Just nicotine. Yeah.
Do you have any bottled water up here?
How about canned? How do you feel about
Is it sparkling?
Imagine you're buckled in, tray table stowed, ready for a routine flight from Savannah to the Windy City. You trust the man in the cockpit with your life. But behind that reinforced door, a nightmare is unfolding. Today, we're breaking down a high-stakes intervention that stopped a tragedy before it could hit 10,000 feet. We're looking at a veteran pilot, a massive commercial jet, and a series of choices that nearly ended in catastrophe. Why did the crew sound the alarm, and how did a routine departure turn into a criminal investigation in the blink of an eye? Fasten your seatbelts. This is a look at the thin line between professional duty and a public safety disaster. You won't believe what the body cam caught when the law finally stepped into the cockpit.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Sorry, right there.
Yeah. Say again?
Good morning, sir.
Morning. How are you?
You doing okay?
Yeah, fine.
When was the last time you had something to drink?
Last night?
About how many hours ago?
Like 10 hours ago, at least.
How many drinks did you have?
Had a few beers. That's it.
Define a few beers.
A few beers.
Define a few beers.
Like 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you drink?
Light beer. Miller Lite.
No light?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Who were you with?
My AFO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to provide field sobriety with me right now?
No.
Why not?
There's no need.
Well, I can smell an odor consistent with an alcoholic beverage.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
These.
What is that?
Rose.
Do you have any fresh ones that haven't been in your mouth?
Yeah. Right in my bag.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you smell?
I can smell it. I can smell it.
Tobacco or
Just nicotine. Yeah.
Smells mini.
So my issue is I don't have a PPT. And like obviously it's a fully booked flight.
We know, so what does that mean, 8 hours separation from the last
Yeah.
train? So you have that, and you have a couple of reasons. So we already have a report that says that it's possible, there might be some inebriation. Someone detected the smell of alcohol, and then they reported to us.
Who would have done that?
Just down here, just,
I
we got
understand.
the call.
I understand.
I can sense, or I have a smell of an adult beverage coming off of you. I don't know if it's coming out of your mouth or your skin. If it's coming out of the pores, I get it. But we got to do our thing, so we're trying to.
Do I see him?
Would you do field sobriety?
Sure.
Do you have a jacket or something? Because it's kind of
I
cold
do.
outside. Alright, so we can do it right here. I'm gonna do the eyes first. Just watch it, because obviously I know you're not certified, so like I have to
I'll
do
watch
it, but
it
just
for-
watch for clues
Okay.
and stuff. Because if this would be a brand new uncharted territory.
Well, no, I talked to the first officer also,
Yeah.
I was trying to.
You guys want to talk to the flight attendants? They were there too.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll go ahead and do one separate time. Do you have an edict time or pushback?
Yeah,
You do?
we did. I don't have my phone, but and my watch is dead, but it's like in a few minutes.
Well, this can go quickly, but just come really quick. Okay, so do you have any health issues? Anything? I'm sorry, you're a pilot, so you can't have any crazy health issues or any problems or anything. I noticed you wear contact or you got glasses.
I do.
Okay. So what I'm just going to ask you to do.
We just go away from the passengers. Sure.
Okay, so all I need you to do is the tip of my pen right here, this little white tip. I'm going to move it back and forth.
Yeah.
I need you to follow it with your eyes, and your eyes only. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You don't have any issues doing that for me? Okay. So just pay attention to the tip of this pen. Really quick, okay? Alright, for this next exercise, I know it's kind of difficult because it's kind of at an incline, but just on here on this most flat surface, I need you to take a series of heel-toe steps. I'm going to explain it to you. What you're going to do is you're going to put your left foot or your right foot, whichever's more comfortable. I'm left-handed, so I'm using my right foot first. You're going to go heel-toe, and if you just take a step to the side really quick, you're just going to take a series of heel-toe steps and count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you do that until you get to 10. Make sure you count out loud. Make sure you go heel toe. Don't look down. Don't put your arms out for balance.
No
Do you
problem.
have any issues with that?
No problem.
Okay.
I'll walk here so I can get well.
You can start right there. All right, you ready?
Yep.
You may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Can you turn around and go the other way?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Alright, if you step down on this little platform. Alright, so this next test is called the one-legged stand. So what you're going to do is whichever foot you prefer, whichever one you feel like you have a stronger balance with, you're just going to, with your hands at your side, put your foot out in front of you like this, and you're going to hold it. You're just count out loud 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, until I tell you to stop.
Okay.
Don't start until I tell you to begin. Do you understand these instructions?
Sure.
Alright, here we begin.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000, 16, 1,000.
Okay, you can stop. Just do me a favor and just hang on really quick. Here's a mince back. I just gotta go talk with them for a minute, okay? Yeah. I saw it, yeah, the nice stag. I didn't really see it in the walk and turn, but I definitely saw the nice stag. Yes, sir. What's going on? So my name's Corporal Best. I'm the supervisor right now with the Airport Police Department. So did you guys go out and have a few drinks last night?
I met here. We had a drink, yeah.
Okay. So my problem is that right now, Sam, I'm talking to you, I don't smell anything coming off of you. I can smell a very strong odor, alcoholic beverage coming off of him. And that's a huge issue, regardless in general, whether we were standing on the side of the road, the Toyota Camry was right next to you, but it's an even bigger issue. Because there's what, probably 100 and...
There's not that many people. It doesn't matter. That's not the point, yeah.
But the issue is, I can detect it, and so obviously I don't know where you guys are based out of, where the hub is, but with the FSD that I just put him through, he did exhibit signs of impairment on top of the other officer as well. So I'm going to make a phone call to my supervisor, but there's a very strong possibility, or a very strong probability, that he's going to be taken to Shadow County Detention Center for the willful intent to operate an aircraft while intoxicated. So if you need to start making some phone calls, I would just go ahead and start doing it, okay? Do we have any blood kits down the IHA still?
Blood test? Blood test?
Like a fresh blood draw?
Not that I'm aware of. That usually I just do it on the side of the road, or they go back to the station for the toxicology. So we got probably the cause.
And when I just talked to him, he immediately dropped his hand as soon as I started talking. He's like, yeah, we went out for drinks. And I was like, okay, well, my issue is you smell perfume, fine. You breathes. And I was like, and I put into FST, and he's exhibiting strong signs. So I've already told him to go ahead and start making the phone calls, because...
Yeah, I told the airlines too.
And it would be what, DUI for the willful intent of operating an aircraft? Well,
Yeah, because it's commercial. You can't have any impairment on a commercial aircraft. Like, it's like CDLs. You know, they don't have a presumptive alcohol level, so.
Alright, so do you have any personal belongings on the plane?
I do.
What do you have on there? Like just like your go bag and like a straw and everything?
Yep.
Okay. So my issue is I'm trained in standardized field sobriety, and you've exhibited strong signs, and even after speaking with your first pilot, like, the issue is, would you agree to a blood draw to test your blood alcohol content? No. Okay, well, the issue is when you agreed to the field sobriety, you exhibited the symptoms, and if you're refusing to a blood draw, that's DUI less safe for the willful intention to operate a commercial aircraft.
Seriously?
Yes, sir.
How did I fail? I did everything.
The signs that you exhibited during those 3 tests, I'm able to articulate based off those, and the odor coming off of your person. It's very consistent with DUI.
Okay. Well, yeah. So what do you want me to do?
So what's going to happen is if you don't agree to a blood draw, it'll be DUI less safe. You'll be booked into the Chatham County Detention Center, and we'll give you a phone call. You can, more than likely, because it's what, Tuesday? It's a weekday. But that's the route that we're going to have to take, unfortunately, okay?
Okay. And if I did agree to a blood draw, then what?
I mean, that's just, it's part of the ongoing investigation, that it's like, you know, I did my part, but it's like your blood is the non-negotiable, like that'll prove whether or not it is what it is. So.
Okay. Yeah, well.
But obviously, I can't coax you in it. You have your right. You said no. So based off that alone, and based off the field sobriety that you...
Even if I gave you blood, then nothing would change.
Okay.
Right?
That is your willful choice that you were willing to make, but based off the calls that we received stating that people down in TSA could smell what smelled like alcohol coming off of your breath, and they're not trained. I am trained in odor and alcohol impairment.
That's fine. I mean, nothing's going to change your mind. I didn't even talk to TSA today. I went to KCM.
It's operated by TSA.
Right. Okay. So, all right. I'll get my stuff, but Whatever you gotta do.
Okay. My officer is gonna grab your stuff. If you don't mind, we're just gonna head up to the patrol car, so that way we don't have to do all in front of the public eye. As long as you just be cool, I'll be cool.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
but yeah, I'd like to. I can't grab myself myself.
yeah, if you would like to, we can do that.
Yeah.
And then if you could just do me a favor and get all the first officer's information. Do you have any bottled water up here?
How about canned?
How do you feel about
Is it
a
sparkling?
can? No,
I
this
have
is just flat
sparkling.
water.
I have
We have sparkling.
No, I wasn't afraid it was
No,
going to be
yeah,
sparkling.
no, we
It's
just
flat.
way easier to recycle and stuff. Yeah.
And it's a little cold.
Contact at ground tower here, they need to
Cockpit.
Let's go out this way. Now, really quickly, like I said, I'm gonna be cool with you. I know it's a shitty scenario. Do you have like a driver's license with you? Like I know you have
I
all
do.
your airport
Yep.
credentials and everything. I just keep that just for documentational purposes. And then you mind just taking off the lanyard so I can just take a picture of your Southwest credentials too. I don't believe that they're going to allow you to keep all this at the jail. So we're just going to log it into our evidence here. So that way, once you get bailed out, you come back here, there'll be a property sheet and everything. So you'll have to come back out here. Then our evidence custodian will sign your luggage back out to you. Okay?
I guess. How about my wallet?
You can keep that. And then, do you have your phone as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, those they'll let you keep those. Unfortunately, just because it's like big luggage and everything, they don't let people keep that anymore. So, unfortunately, this is the nitty-gritty part. I just have to read you the implied consent law in Georgia. Even though I know your license was out of a different state, you're just currently in Georgia. So, the implied consent law for people over the age of 21 states that in the state of Georgia has conditioned people with the privilege to drive upon highways. You've already agreed that you did not want to participate in the blood draw. So, because of that, I'm now going to detain you. Like I said, as long as you just continue to be cool with me, I'll be cool with you, okay? Yeah. So you just step over here really quick. Step on.
Glasses.
Yeah, you can keep this. Step on. If you just want to put it up there with your ID and everything, it'll be all in a little baggie for you. So if you just stand face away from me. Oh, wait, hang on, before you sit down. Just put your hands right back for me. Palms up. Just go way up. Hang on, one second. Alright, go ahead and wash your hands. Yeah, no problem.
This isn't just a standard DUI case. This is a massive breach of federal aviation protocol and public trust. When we talk about 140 passengers, we aren't just talking about numbers on a manifest. We are talking about families, children, and a crew that relies entirely on the captain's sobriety and split-second decision-making. Legally, the stakes here are astronomical. Under FAA regulations, the bottle-to-throttle rule is the absolute bare minimum. Most airlines maintain even stricter policies because at 30,000 feet, there is zero room for error. When witnesses reported bloodshot eyes and slurred speech, they weren't just being observant, they were potentially saving lives. Let's think about the hypocrisy of a captain, a position defined by discipline and authority, standing there with the smell of alcohol on his breath while checking flight instruments. It's a chilling contradiction that hits the heart of every traveler's fears. If this pilot had made it to the runway, the legal ramifications would have shifted from a DUI to potentially 140 counts of reckless endangerment or worse. By pulling him from the cockpit, the authorities and the gate crew didn't just follow protocol, they prevented a headline that would have shaken the industry to its core. In cases like this, the defense often tries to point toward stress or personal issues, but in the eyes of the law and the FAA, your personal struggles end where the safety of the public begins. The financial fallout for the airline and the permanent loss of licensure for the pilot are just the beginning of the story. To summarize the case, this pilot was intercepted at the final line of defense. The subsequent investigation and the move to Chatham County Jail signify a complete collapse of a professional career. The ruling in these matters is usually swift, termination of employment, and a permanent revocation of flying privileges, alongside the criminal charges for operating a vehicle while intoxicated. This serves as a grim reminder that no matter how much experience you have or how high your rank, the law is absolute when it comes to public safety. But it makes you wonder, how often does this go unnoticed? Was this a one-time lapse in judgment, or a systemic failure in how we monitor those in power? Would you feel safer if the industry adopted more rigorous unannounced checks? Or is the current system of see something, say something enough? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns and bodycam deep dives. Your support helps us keep uncovering the truth behind these high-stakes moments.